Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. It is that time of month again, time for us to choose our next Randalls Red Apple Award winner. But this time, it's not going to an educator who teaches reading, writing, or arithmetic. Instead, it's going to Brandy Miles, who is a culinary teacher at Porter High School in New Caney ISD. Before we surprise her live, let's find out what makes her as sweet as apple pie. Great Day starts now.
Your city, your stories. Celebrating the people and places that make Houston shine. It's Great Day Houston. And now, here's your host, Deborah Duncan.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. Our next Randalls Red Apple Award winner went the extra mile. Actually went extra miles because her name is Brandy Miles, a high school teacher at Porter High School in New Caney ISD. All right, we're about to surprise her in her class, but before we do that, let's talk to the people who nominated her. Lexi, you are her best friend.
Yeah.
All right, so you remember way back when she would always be cooking.
Yes, she would make me stuff like macaroni or just like whatever in her kitchen, and she would talk me through it like a YouTube show.
Yeah, like a teacher.
Like a teacher,
yeah
always, anything, like cookies, whatever.
And you say she's just one of those people that was born to be a teacher because the way she delivers information.
Yes, she's the best personality, and she's just like, has a very positive outlook, so she's just, I feel like she always goes the extra mile.
All right, Ashley, as a teacher, we're hearing more and more teachers teaching things. I mean, back in the day it was home economics, but now we've drilled down into more skill-based things like culinary, but there are several things in the CTE program that are taught in New Caney.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so New Caney ISD currently offers a multitude of CTE opportunities, not just culinary, there's agriculture, business, construction, architecture, engineering, cosmetology, you name it, we've got it.
Yeah.
Lots of opportunities for students now, whereas back in the day, like you mentioned, we didn't have growing up. So just for students, it's an amazing opportunity to learn, get certified. Most of our programs offer industry-based.
Is how they learn. It's not just reading out of a book or being lectured to, and Miss Miles gets them the hands-on experience.
Yes, she does. Culinary students compete in a competition called Skills USA. They can compete in a multitude of different events, such as baking and pastry, restaurant service. There's a couple of others, but that takes time outside of the regular class day to train the teams and prepare the students, and then the actual traveling to the competition. So there's a lot of time and hours and passion that goes into that.
And the great thing about that is that they can either stay in that and build a career or use that job to pay for college, so they're not graduating with a bunch of college loans.
Correct.
Right?
We have many students that will get certified in high school and then go to work with that certification and work towards what it is they really want to become.
Yeah.
So.
All right, ready to go surprise her?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Since we are going to a culinary class, I'm guessing that the classroom does not look like a regular classroom.
No, it's going to look somewhat like, it'll be part classroom, part kitchen, to give the students the feel for what it would really like to be working either in a restaurant or in a kitchen somewhere.
Okay, but the most important thing, will she have some food for us to eat there?
I'm not sure if they prepared food for you or not. We'll find out when we get there.
Miss Miles? You know how I knew it was you? You're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Yeah, you saw the light. I am here. I'm Deborah Duncan with Great Day Houston to let you know that you're the winner of our next Randalls Red Apple Award.
Oh my gosh.
It goes to a deserving teacher who's gone above and beyond, and as we like to say with you, you've gone the extra mile.
Wow.
Your friend Lexi over here is hiding. Lexi, come on over here. Come on over. She says that, yes, she's the one that nominated you, and she says that...
Alexis!
She says you used to make meals for her when you were kids.
Every weekend. Yes, you would come over and we would cook.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
What does it mean for a situation like this for teachers who go that extra mile above and beyond to be recognized?
Well, as you can see, it shocks them, but I don't think educators get enough recognition for the hard work that they do. And there's a lot of work that goes on, not just in the classroom, but beyond the classroom, in the community. And to recognize their hard work is very important. Ms. Miles has just demonstrated what an outstanding educator can do to affect the community and our kids.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So Lexi says that you were born to be a teacher. When did you know this is what you wanted to do?
In college, actually. In college, I loved what I was studying, and I went to my counselor and I said, I love it so much. I think I want to change what I'm doing. And she had finished my sentence for me and said, why don't you teach it? And I said, okay.
And
That's perfect.
That's cool because a lot of times when people go into culinary, it's because they want to create something, want to work in a restaurant or catering or something one day, but to actually teach it to students, why was that the important thing for you?
I love them. I mean, whenever I started my student teaching and I was in the classroom, and that's where I knew I was going to do it. I knew that's what I wanted to do, and I'm so thankful that I changed direction.
All right, this classroom is a little different than most classrooms. They're actually doing things. And we were talking about earlier the importance, it smells good too, the importance of kids learning something that they're really putting their hands on. Sometimes with education, they're reading out of a book or they're being spoken to, lectured to. This is different.
It is. It's so different because they get to see it come to life. You know, we're not just talking about baking. They get to read the recipe and learn how to read the recipe properly and then do it, you know, and pull something out of the oven. Or, you know, last week we just had an amazing catering event, and so they also get industry and experience, you know, restaurant experience outside of the classroom as well. And so
I was mentioning earlier about it's not reading, writing, arithmetic, but really, especially with baking, it is reading, writing, arithmetic.
It's even, you know, it's science too. You know, we also have food science here, and so it's all of it. It's reading, it's writing, it's math, it's all of it.
And so with kids like this, they're going to have to learn how to manage a kitchen one day. That means going to the grocery stores and getting the right amount of groceries and a whole bit. And speaking of grocery stores, Christy Lotto with Randalls is here to deliver your Red Apple Award.
Hi, Miles! Yes, as grocers, we're also passionate about food, and thank you for everything that you're doing with the students to inspire. And on behalf of Randalls, I want to present you with the Randalls Red Apple Award. So it comes with this certificate and this apple, which will never spoil.
And you can never cook with it, but
you can't. Not an ingredient, but for you to keep. And it comes with $350 for your classroom.
Oh my God! Yay! Thank you so much. I can't believe it.
What do you have to say for all those students out there who are heading off for higher education to consider being an educator?
Do it. Do it. I love it. I love it, and I hope that the students leave here loving it, you know, and enjoying their time here. And a huge shout out to my students. I mean, they're the reason why I love it so much.
Miss Miles makes everything clear to us in class. She gives us the perfect information. She makes everything make sense on why we like to keep food safe, makes sure everything's perfect, gloves on, hairnets on, and she makes the cooking experience just amazing. She makes everything so direct and perfect.
She gets everything straightforward and to the point. You know, she's taught me a lot through this year. She's taught me some things I don't know, and I'm glad to have her as a teacher. And this can help me with my career because, it helps me with like my cooking skills in the real world, and it impacts me like on how I can learn how to cook and stuff like that. So,
okay, the only problem is when you get home from school, your parents go, "What do you mean what's for dinner? You cook it." Since you know how now.
Yep.
They're the reason we all love it so much.
Okay, and I'm smelling something right now. What am I smelling, and am I going to get to eat?
Yes, they're over there for you guys. They're snickerdoodles.
Oh, snickerdoodles. All right. Miss Miles, congratulations.
Thank you
but
so much.
yeah, you are no longer the star of the show. It's the snickerdoodles.
Yes, go ahead.
I like these kind of teachers. It's warm. If you know an outstanding educator like Ms. Miles and would like to nominate them, go to khou.com/Red Apple Award, and we might just crash class to surprise them with the next award.